$22.
Even at sale prices, a trip around the world is out of the question for most. But for a lucky cast, expenses are paid for in a remake of the film Around the World in 80 Days. Our man on the scene, Eric Idle of Monty Python fame, a mean man with a video cam. He's sent back a series of reports, and here's number one.
Ah, the romance of making movies on location. The exotic ports of call, mystery, the rain.
I'm in the makeup caravan again, and it's raining again. So that's been the story so far here in Macau. Rain, rain, rain. Perhaps it wasn't such a good idea to come shooting during the monsoon season.
But there are other things to do on our set of Around the World in 80 Days, like watch for stars. Ooh, there's Jill St. John. The ever-dashing Robert Wagner, the exotic beauty, Julia Nixon, and another exotic beauty, Peter Ustinov. Oh, and that man of action and energy, Pierce Brosnan. And look, here's Tanya, wife of that enormous talent, Eric Idle.
How long have you been with him?
Oh, about 15 minutes today.
I'll do the funny jokes, okay?
Some of the mysteries of the Orient are truly remarkable. Here's a woman who's found a unique way to stand on her head. And anything you can imagine here is only a short rickshaw ride away.
Well, it didn't take us long to find out where the action is in Macau. In that rather ugly hotel there. 14 naked white girls. It's called the Crazy Paris Review. If you like girls with nothing on, doing nothing much, then this show is for you. I've seen it 4 times.
Around the world in 80 days.
Tomorrow it's off to Hong Kong. From Macau, this is Eric Idle, dancing my way around the world in 80 days for Entertainment Tonight.
Part 2 of Eric's epic tomorrow and another episode on Entertainment This Week. On our Inside Story...
We enlisted comic Eric Idle as an undercover reporter to follow the behind-the-scenes progress of the NBC miniseries Around the World in 80 Days. Well, we weren't exactly sure what he would bring back, and we're still not sure, but we do know it's funny.
The wonderful thing about filming in faraway places is that they become very familiar, like Hong Kong. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Up here is what they call the Peak. Or is it up there? No, it's up. It's on the, well, it's one of those two anyway, the Peak. Or could it be that one? It's not that one for sure. No, it's this one over here for sure. That's got to be the Peak.
But there are other challenges of foreign shooting, like on our set of Around the World in 80 Days.
Follow the instructions. What are the instructions? I see. I see. Well, I'll just have to rely on instinct.
But I shouldn't complain. Think of this poor cow flown in from India just for our movie.
She's probably complaining. She's coming from a land where she's sacred to a land where she's on every menu. Not a happy cow. Must have the same agent as I do.
We're here to capture the true flavor of Hong Kong, to include its sense of mystery in our movie. But it's not all work. Every now and again, there's time for a song.
On a coconut island, or we could make our dreams come true.
This little guitar cost $10, and it comes from communist China. God bless them, they're cheap. It's nice, you can just use them and then throw them away. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you.
Next time, we're off to Yugoslavia. This is Eric Idle, Around the World in 80 Days for Entertainment Tonight.
The best part of it all is you can pass some more idle time in Yugoslavia on this weekend's edition of Entertainment This Week.
Though the...
Now, in order to bring you the intimate details from behind the scenes of the making of the TV movie Around the World in 80 Days, we armed co-star Eric Idle with a video camera and turned him loose. The results are like nothing Jules Verne ever dreamt of.
We needed a place which could look like Switzerland, Paris, Florence, New York, and the American West. Naturally, we made the obvious choice, the land which no doubt leaps to your mind, as it did ours. Yugoslavia.
We're in Yugoslavia this week. We've come on from Thailand, and this is Yugoslavia. All over here, and all over here is Yugoslavia too.
Here, the American cavalry gets their instructions in Serbo-Croat. And where there's the cavalry, there must be Indians.
We're waiting for Indians. We're hoping the train is going to be attacked by Indians. Any minute now. They're going to be throwing poppadoms and curries. Oh dear, it's going to be so exciting.
Well, the Indians did attack, but they were the least of our problems. Henry Gibson's problem was just staying on our train. Pierce Brosnan seemed more inclined to get off the train. I couldn't make up my mind whether to get on or get off. And all of this had a distinctly adverse effect on our co-producer.
I'm thrilled. How about you? Well,
We flirted with disaster at every turn in Yugoslavia. Pierce Brosnan and Julia Nixon found themselves swimming for their lives. Our balloon met with mishap in this ancient amphitheater when a shifting wind dashed the gondola against the stone structure, shattering it. Here, the cast and crew expressed their mild concern over the long work hours. But perhaps our biggest scare was the true terror of Pierce Brosnan taking a bath. As for me, well, my finest hour came while performing a truly death-defying cinematic stunt, throwing my hat.
oh, I just threw the hat and forgot to let go.
After that, everything else I had to do, like climbing into an airborne gondola, seemed easy. Especially easy for me, since it was done by my stunt double. At long last, we reached the end of our production. And as it turned out, Around the World in 80 Days actually took 70 days to shoot.
And so it's farewell from us on the last day.
After stops in Yugoslavia, Thailand, Hong Kong, Macau and London, this is Eric Idle, Around the World in 70 Days for entertainment this week.
Nice job, Eric. That 6-hour, 3-part miniseries begins Sunday night on NBC.